Alright, so what I attempted in this video was to try and answer the question I got about how I went about making my cards. This isn't like an exact take for take about how I make the actual card designs because I leave out like the coloring and all that stuff. But I just go about talking about how I do like the borders and the layers and stuff here. So all that will be explained later in the video. But if there's something I missed, if there's something you don't understand or you want to understand, or if you don't think I did a well enough job, or whatever, I don't know. Um, just tell me so you could just tell me so that I know to do it better next time. I'm still kind of new to explaining things like this to people, but yeah. Uh, if this works out well, or if the video plays out, because I've had such trouble with this today. Uh, I hope you enjoy it. Leave some comments, and you come back for more. Okay, so I have. This is my third time trying to record this, and every time I do, somewhere in between the recordings, the the recorder just stops. So I'm gonna try and do this again, and if not, I'm just gonna record myself going through it and then talk over it because this is just getting ridiculous, and I just realized that if this doesn't work, I'm saying all this for nothing. So someone asked me how I go about making my cards. And since I'm not good at teaching people, I'm going to go. I'm going to go about how I do it with my own game. So first thing I do is I go to a web browser. Oh, there's nothing there, and open a new tab if you have to do that. Oh, speaking of cards, 10 cards with connecting art for Pokemon. Later. Um, Type in thegamecrafter.com. And you don't need an account for this, but you should get one if you're gonna want to like sell your game off or something, or anything like that to get a test of it. And what you're gonna do is you're going to go to make, which is here. Just making sure I'm still recording. Okay. Then you're gonna go to create your game. Then they have a video explaining how you go about starting up your game. Making plans for it and whatnot. Am I still recording? Okay, I'm still recording. Oh God, please keep recording. And yeah, they have two sections, one for if you want to make a board game and one for if you want to make a card game. But we're going to skip that and we're just going to go straight down to 2 where it says download templates. And we are, why can't I move? Huh, that's odd. I'm pinching, but it's not letting me go in. Well, you're going to go to number 2, download templates. And then you're going to click the link that says here. You're going to go all the way down. Sorry about the vibrations. For some reason, my phone is being really active. There's some strange numbers calling me. And then you're going to go to types of templates and you're going to go down to decks for making card games. Now, when you get the card games, you're going to have all kinds of sizes on the right side of the screen. And the two common sizes you want to use is either US Game Deck or Poker Deck. So US Game Deck are Pokemon sized cards. Um, Jesus, there's a lot of stuff happening on my phone. Um, US Game Deck, that's for Pokemon cards, Magic the Gathering cards, and then Poker Deck is for Yu-Gi-Oh cards and most other Japanese-based card games. And the reason why you want to use these two is because if you want to use like official game sleeves like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, or any other thing like uh, well, what is it, Dragon Shield, things like that, you want your cards to fit, and those sleeves will fit your cards. If you want to put them into binders, those binders will fit your cards. So that's why I choose those two. But I went with Poker Deck. And then when you go here, you're going to have 3 templates, one for Illustrator, one for PNG, that's just general, and then one for Photoshop. I don't have Illustrator or Photoshop, so I go for PNG, and I'll select that. Then what I'll do is or what you can do is you can select the image. So right click it. If you're on a mobile, you'll hold it. Then you hit download image, but I've already downloaded this like 3 times, so I'm not going to download it again. And then I'm going to take a rest on my throat. And in the next one, I'm going to talk about the art software that that thing keeps interrupting me. I'm going to talk about the art softwares applications that I use in order to create my cards. So I'll see you in a sec after my voice relaxes a bit. And it finally recorded, thank God. Okay, so I thought that I could just go in and just use a card I already made as an example as to how I go about editing the card templates, but I got lost. So I'm doing this over. This is the portion of the video where I explain what apps I use in order to create the cards. And the apps I use are Autodesk Sketchbook. I use those for all my sketches, and in Metabank Paint I use for the card designs itself. The reason why I don't use Autodesk Sketchbook, at least from a mobile standpoint, I'm trying to talk over this bus that's passing by. The reason why I don't use Autodesk Sketchbook for text is because after like 6 or 7 words, the app crashes. So instead I use Metabank Paint, and even in Metabank Paint, I can't see how I'm typing until I've put the words in. So until I've actually written in the words and put it onto the layer, I can't tell how big or how small it's going to be. But yeah, both apps are found in the App Store, which I didn't realize. Like when I first found Metabank Paint, it wasn't even in the App Store yet. So it's just gotten popular since then, which has been like a couple of years now. For 3-4 years now. So yeah. So I'll go into Autodesk Sketchbook. Yeah, okay, here's a sketch I've been working on for something else. Actually, it's kind of something else, kind of the same thing. But here is where you will see all the sketches. Well, not all of them, but most of the sketches for my cards. I only recently started doing this, like about a month ago, once I started getting to like mass producing sketches for like later uses for cards. Because not everything you see here will be used in the set. Let's just say that. They will be used, but just not right now. Now, is there a reason why I can't get out of this folder? Ah, because I am out of the folder. Okay. I have some other things here. These are the more familiar, going to be used designs that I've created. Even then, I don't think some of them are going to be used, or maybe they will. Maybe I'll try to squeeze them in there just for content. But after you make, but one quick trick, because I learned this really late. I made all these things with really big like image sizes and whatnot, and you really don't need all this size. What you need is like, because all these are kind of square, it's because they're 800 by 800 pixel. That's all you really need in order to make a good image. And then once you do that, you can it automatically saves it for one. So once you do that, you can go into Metabank Paint, close. You can go into Metabank Paint, hit the plus sign. Oh, well, hold on. It'll put you to this home page. Go into my gallery, hit the plus sign, hit import PNG JPG, and then you just select any image that you want to use for your card. But before we do that, I've already got a template saved here. I'm going to make a card from scratch because trying to use a card that I already made was kind of complicated. So you're going to hit the card template. You're going to go over to your layers, which is on the left, which is, yeah, it's on, well, if you already know how to use these kind of apps, you'll know where everything is. But I'm going to hit the layers right here. I'm going to add a folder. I'm not going to add an image. I'm going to add a folder. There we go. And the reason why you add a folder is because if you make a card game with a lot of material on it, you want to have it separated. So this is going to be, I'm just going to name this card. And then once you hit the plus sign, you can go ahead and hit select an image to add. There we go. And you can select an image from wherever it is your images are. These are all the cards I already have. I want to choose something that... Oh, this is all from the Metabang Paint folder, so that's why. I'm gonna go to my images. I'm gonna go to my list over here. That way I can go into my Autodesk Sketchbook. It'll just take me right into all the folders of everything I've drawn in Autodesk. Just for purpose's sake, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take the logo. It is not in P, and it is not in transparent. Okay, hold on a sec. We're gonna cancel that. We're gonna move out. This is really important. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into here, select that, and then right here at the bottom it says background, hit the eye. Now your image is transparent. You won't have all that white stuff. You pinch in or you get out of it somehow. Now it's all black on the back. That's why it's advised that you don't use black for sketching. Use gray, use white, use red, use blue, green, use whatever color, just don't use black because you won't see it. So you do that, it automatically saves, so I don't have to do anything else. Go back into here, select an image. No, I don't want to take a photo. Select an image to add. Go to Autodesk Sketchbook. And then I'm going to select that logo that I created. And then it just needs to be small enough to where it fits onto the thing. You don't need to change the magnification unless it's way too big, which again, that's why I did 800 pixels by 800 pixels, 800 pixels by 800 pixels, so it'll fit. And we set it. Do not extract line art. I don't need to do that. It's actually pretty perfectly fit there. So let's say this is in terms of doing the front of the card and not the back of the card. This will be for like the card back. This is where it varies. So this is where like I don't really know how to help, but I'll do my best. So basically, you want to listen to the borders and everything it says here. So it tells you the size. It's a 2x5 card by a 3x5 card, and that's not measuring the size of the entire thing. That's measuring the size up to the red line, because that's where everything will be trimmed out. Or everything should be trimmed out. The safe zone, that's where you want your image. So like everything important, everything that you want people to see, that's going to be there. It can go out a little further if you want to do like a full art card or something. That's fine. Extend any card art. Yeah, bleed zone. That's the... Yeah, that again, like I said, full art, anything. Border area. This is the minimum recommended border area. If you want a border around the edge of your card. So if you want your card to have like, you know, the thick widened borders on it like Yu-Gi-Oh does, like Pokemon. Does Pokemon do that? Yeah, like Pokemon does. That's also good. Why can't I move you? An invisible layer select. Oh, because it... Okay. And then like it says... Oh, dang. That's not right. And then like it says, you know, remove this once you're done because you don't want that in your card. How long is this? Oh, it's only 9 minutes. Okay. So let's just pretend this was a monster. I didn't want to use an actual monster because I don't want to show off anything that I'm not using right now. Uh, let's just pretend it's a monster. Let's move this. This is in place of my design. First things first, I am going to make a folder for the image. I make a folder for everything just in case there's something I want to do later. I don't have to go buck wild and try and figure things out. It's just, you know, it's there. So we got the image, and we're going to move that up here to the center. We're going to, there's something in here, but we're going to put that right up top, set it, and then we're going to make a new folder. I'm going to call this one my borders. This is going to be where all the border stuff goes, so like the absolute outline of the card and everything. For me, my images, you can use the shape tool. Whoop, no, you can't. Borders. Select an image first, color layer. Use the shape tool with any color you want. It's important that you keep track of your pixels because your pixels do affect your shape border, your shape size. I don't know why that was so complicated to say. And you can, if you wanted to, just match it up with borders here. I'm not gonna make it picture perfect because I don't have to. Make a new layer. Put the name here. Make another layer. This is where attributes. This is where my attribute stuff goes. Then I'm gonna make another layer. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make it a little bit thick. And then I'm gonna take a line tool. And then I'm gonna move. I'm not gonna do that. And then I'm gonna split it down the middle. And that's the thing for my thing. I'm losing brain power as I keep going with this. Make another layer. And this is going to be for, that's not that. Basically, you're just going to make layers for every little thing here. That way you can change any little thing that you want. And then I'm going to duplicate this so that it's the exact same size. And then I'm going to move them down. Now that's one thing about doing this on mobile. I don't have the ability to make this picture perfect. I would have to really, really focus and concentrate on that, which is a nightmare. And then I've got text that goes like at the bottom. Nope. Nope. And then I've got text that goes at like the bottom right here, but I don't have like a border for that. It's just written in the free space. And I mean, if you want to do the ins, I don't really know what else to explain in the form of what you want on your card. That's for you to decide. Look at some actual cards, look at other people's cards, figure things out for yourself, and you might find what you're looking for. But other than that, that's pretty much it. There's drawing, there's writing text and everything, which again, make a separate folder. There's a text thing up here. You click it, you write something, in here. 18 point, I know that's going to be too big, so I'm already going to put it down like size 6, bolden it up so that it's visible. And then you can choose whatever font you want to use here, but you're going to set it. Oh wow, even at 6, that's pretty big. Okay, size 3. Yeah, there we go. Okay. It's the sound. Okay, so for the name, you might want it to be a little bit bigger. So you might want to use like size 7. And then make it smaller to fit in, more words or whatnot. But yeah, that's basically it. And then when you're done, you can close in the card folder. You hit merge folder and you merge everything together. It's undoable. Not really, not on Metabang. What you can do is you can just hit the back button and everything just goes back to the way it was. An important thing you should do though is that you should always save as and then hit local saves. That way it's in your local folder. You can't really use online unless you have an account anyway, but you have it in your local folder. That way, if you decide to copy something, what is with these weird numbers calling me? That I swear, you do one questionnaire and you get like 30,000 numbers calling you for something. I don't want anything. They basically, I lost my track. I lost my train of thought. Uh, by saving it, you're able to edit it so that way if there's something you want to do, you can do it. And then if you don't really like it, you know, you got a backup. So that's what that's for. I'm sorry if this is all over the place. I'm not really good at this. I'm trying to do better. And yeah, that's how I go about making my cards in general. That's not like the absolute in-depth detail. I might actually make some videos where I actually create some of the cards in like a speed card making thing or something. I don't know. Is that a thing? I don't think that might be a thing. I don't know. That might be something for later. But yeah, that's it. This is a longer video format kind of thing. I kind of wish I could do this in like a bit of a streaming format because I kind of like doing that better. I feel like that's how I do things. I don't like to like edit around and jump around and crop and chop things because it just I feel like it takes up a lot of time. But again, this is basically how I make my cards. If you really want to see how I make my cards, you could come back to the channel, maybe subscribe. If you want to, I had a segue there and it didn't work. I fell flat on my face. But anyway, that's it. My throat hurts. It's getting better. I couldn't talk this much before. But yeah, I actually have some stuff I want to try and plan to do. So I will see you in the next video. Hopefully this video wasn't too long. If it was, let me know in the comments and I'll make it shorter. I'll break them up or, I'll try doing something different. So yeah, I'll see you then.